Hello everybody and welcome to this presentation today on the University of Waikato. I'm going to talk to you today about studying at the University of Waikato in New Zealand, a bit about what it's like to live and study in New Zealand as an international student, and some information about our two campuses in Hamilton and Tauranga. And if you have any questions while I'm talking, then please feel free to type them into the chat function. And I will answer them as I go along. So the University of Waikato is located on the North Island of New Zealand. Our main campus is in Hamilton, and we have a secondary campus in Tauranga. The main city, the biggest city in New Zealand, is Auckland, and this is where you will fly into as an international student when you first come to New Zealand. It's about a 12-hour flight from China, about 17 or so hours direct from Dubai or Qatar, and there are many international flights that fly into Auckland. From Auckland, it's about an hour and 45 minutes or so into Hamilton. You normally go by car or by bus, and then to Tauranga about 2 hours or so. So Hamilton is a medium-sized city. It's about 165,000 people, as I say, on the North Island of New Zealand. It's close to Auckland, close to lots of interesting and exciting things to see and do around New Zealand. And you can see Tauranga just on the coast, a really beautiful coastal city, where we have our new city centre campus. So this is Hamilton City itself. It's, as I say, a smallish city. It's a very friendly and safe city. Great place to live. You can see it's very green, the beautiful Waikato River going through the centre of Hamilton there. And the university is about a 15-minute bus ride away across the bridge and over to the outskirts of Hamilton. Hamilton is quite a studenty city, lots of students who study both at WINTEC, the Polytechnic institution, and then also obviously the University of Waikato itself. So before I talk a bit more about studying with us, I'd like to talk about why you might want to choose New Zealand as a study destination. So firstly, safety. New Zealand is the second most peaceful country in the world according to the 2019 Global Peace Index. Obviously, there's a lot going on in the world at the moment, and safety is one of the top priorities for international students. So you can be assured that New Zealand is a very safe place to live and to study. Quality. New Zealand universities all rank within the top 500 in the 2021 QS World Rankings. So the quality of education is excellent. We have excellent work opportunities also for our graduates. So if you're an international student and you complete a bachelor's degree or a master's degree, then you should be eligible for a 3-year post-study work visa after you graduate. And that means you can work anywhere in New Zealand for 3 years, and then following that, maybe look at the potential of a residency. And then, of course, New Zealand is a laid-back, relaxed destination. It's quite different to other study destinations such as the UK, Canada, the US, and Australia, and so on. We're a much smaller, much more friendly, laid-back, and relaxed place to live and to study. We don't have huge cities, 24-hour party, nightlife, and so on. But if you like the outdoors and you like nature and you like that sort of more laid-back way of life, then New Zealand should suit you very well. I've just got a few pictures here to show you of the beauty of the New Zealand countryside and all the places you can visit if you come to study with us. So this is Bridal Veil Falls. This is about half an hour from Hamilton itself. A great place to visit with friends, take a picnic for lunch, go walking around and see the beautiful natural wonders of New Zealand. This is Hobbiton, so if you know Lord of the Rings or the Hobbit movies, then you'll have heard of Hobbiton. This is the movie set where those movies were filmed, and you can go and visit, go and have a look around, again with friends or family. Really, really popular place to go with people who visit New Zealand, and that's about an hour from Hamilton. You can see Raglan Beach here, about half an hour again from Hamilton. world-class surfing if you're into surfing, and again, a great place to spend a day. Then you have the Bay of Plenty region. This is close to Tauranga, Rotorua, and the hot springs. You can go and bathe in the hot springs and go and see the geothermal activity. There's the ski fields. They are about 2 or 3 hours south of Hamilton and Tauranga. If you can go and take up skiing or snowboarding, if you haven't ever tried it before, again, a great experience to have. And then the South Island is absolutely beautiful, a stunning place to visit, and really top of people's lists when they visit New Zealand for the first time. You can see the beautiful mountains here, the glacial lakes, and of course in the summer, really wonderful natural beauty down in the South Island. So the University of Waikato itself is ranked 375 in the 2021 QS World Rankings. Our management school is Triple Crown accredited, which means that it is accredited by AACSB, AMBA, and EQUIS. These are the 3 most important business bodies worldwide. So that puts our management school within the top 1% of management schools worldwide. Only around 1% have that Triple Crown accreditation. And as I've said, Hamilton is a medium-sized city. It's actually the 4th largest city in New Zealand, Tauranga being 5th largest. And it's close to Auckland, great, vibrant student community, and a really good place to be based for your studies. And then, of course, costs. So New Zealand is cheaper than many other traditional study destinations, particularly in terms of living costs. And if you come and live in Hamilton or Tauranga, then the living costs are significantly cheaper than larger cities such as Auckland, Sydney, Melbourne, and so on. Now, we put a very strong focus on employability for international students. We know that employability is one of the most important factors when students are making their decisions on their study destination. So most of our bachelor's degrees include a compulsory 1 semester internship. So that's normally 1 day per week for 1 semester in the 3rd year. And a number of our postgraduate degrees also include internships and placements. 85% of our graduates are employed within a year of completing their studies. And the New Zealand economy is strong despite COVID-19 and is expected to become stronger in the next few years. So there will be a lot of opportunities for students to come and study with us. The New Zealand government publishes something called the long-term skill shortage list. And you can see a list of the areas of skill shortage. And this is where the government is trying to attract people to New Zealand with those skills or who want to study in those areas. And there are attractive post-study opportunities for those students as well. So as I've said, there is a post-study work pathway that allows students to stay in New Zealand and work after graduation. So for bachelor's and master's degree students, they would be eligible for a 3-year post-study work visa. And students who are studying a graduate diploma outside of Auckland, so for example in Hamilton or Tauranga, are eligible for a 2-year post-study work visa up to the end of next year, and then 1 year from 2022. So we have a large number of internships and placements, as I've said, for our students, and these cover many different areas of study. So you can see a list here. Hopefully you can find the program you're interested in and get an idea of the internship that may be on offer. Some internships are longer over the course of maybe 2 or 3 months and maybe taken in the university holidays. Some are shorter, particularly for master's degrees, maybe over a 4-week period. And some are sort of split across a semester, so maybe 1 day per week for 1 semester. Some of our internships are guaranteed. We will find those internships for the students. Some internships the students will need to find themselves. So you can see our Hamilton campus here, a really beautiful green campus, a great place to be based for your studies. We have halls of residence on campus, so this is where you may live. And then it's just a 5 or 10 minute walk to your lectures. And we actually have the largest campus by area in New Zealand. So as I say, really green, beautiful, nice place to study. You can also see here our Tauranga campus, and this is a brand new purpose-built campus that was completed last year in 2019. It's a city centre campus, so it's self-contained, much smaller than the Hamilton campus I've just shown you. But Tauranga is a fantastic place to be based if you prefer that smaller student community, if you'd like to live by the beach as well, with a really fantastic city beach lifestyle, and then excellent study and post-study work opportunities afterwards, then Tauranga is a really excellent choice for you. You can see the programs that we offer here. So we have a wide range of different programs offered at the Tauranga campus, and some of them are split between Tauranga and Hamilton. Now, obviously, COVID-19 is something that's very important to talk about. Everybody is thinking about their future study plans with the view to what's going to happen in terms of COVID-19. So at the moment, you may know that New Zealand's borders are closed to international students. So you won't be able to enter New Zealand this year as an international student. We have an intake in November, which will be fully online, but students will be able to progress to face-to-face study as soon as the borders reopen and they're able to get a visa. So we're hopeful that next year, New Zealand's borders will reopen, and then you will be able to progress to face-to-face study if you start in November. For students that start online, we actually have a 20% tuition fee reduction. And when you come to actually study face-to-face in New Zealand, when you travel to New Zealand, you will be given a 2,000 New Zealand dollar travel grant to cover your travel costs. So a 20% fee reduction for all of your online papers and a 2,000 New Zealand dollar travel grant for traveling to New Zealand. We accept provisional grades and calculated grades if you haven't been able to get official grades from your institution or your school. And we're also accepting a number of online English tests. For example, IELTS indicator, we have TOEFL home-based, and Duolingo as well, all of those different types of online English tests, so you don't have to sit a test face-to-face. Now, we have a huge range of different faculties and schools of study. You can see a list here. And I'm going to pick out a few programs that are popular with international students and give you an overview of those programs. Bear in mind that we offer a huge range of different programs of study. So please do go to our website, waikato.ac.nz, and have a look for the program that you might be interested in if I haven't talked about it today. So the first program is the Bachelor of Business. So this is very popular with international students. We have a range of different majors that you can take. You can see the table at the bottom. There are 9 different majors within the Bachelor of Business. You could do a double major or a major and a minor perhaps. But this is a 3-year bachelor's degree, and we have 3 intakes per year, so February, July and November. The cost is around 30,000 New Zealand dollars per year. That's about 20,000 US dollars per year. That would be the tuition fee. And as I've said, the management school is Triple Crown accredited and one of the top 1% of management schools worldwide. So it's a really excellent place to study and would look very good on your CV. We have a 1 semester workplace internship for this program in the 3rd year, and that'll be 1 day per week. And if you choose the accounting major, then you can get fast track to chartered accountant status. The ACCA have 14 different exams that you need to take to become an ACCA recognized chartered accountant. If you take the accounting major, then you will get 9 exemptions from those 14 exams, which means you only have to take 5 more exams once you've graduated and get some work experience in order to be ACCA accredited. If you want to take a 4-year bachelor's degree of business, then you can choose the Bachelor of Management Studies, which may lead to postgraduate study in the future. You can see here, this is the Bachelor of Engineering with honours. So this is a 4-year honours degree. And this is an accredited course. This is accredited by Engineering New Zealand. And once you've graduated, you will be able to work as a recognised chartered engineer in 19 different countries around the world. And that's part of the Washington Accord. So it's a really excellent degree to study if you want to get a high-level engineering job and be able to progress from there. So as I say, it's a 4-year degree. It has intakes in February and July. The cost is around 37,000 New Zealand dollars per year, probably about 25,000 US dollars per year. And this program also has 800 hours of work experience, which is normally paid. So we would place you with a company in or around Hamilton, and that would be in years 2, 3, and 4 of the program. And you can get an idea of the majors or the streams in the table just at the bottom there. So you have 8 different choices for your engineering degree. So the next program is the Bachelor of Arts. This is a 3-year bachelor's degree. There are a huge range of different majors that you can see here. So you've got over 20 different choices here of areas of study. This program has intakes in February and July, and the cost varies depending on the major, between 25 and 33,000 New Zealand dollars. Again, maybe 20 to 23, 24,000 US dollars. And this program does have work placement opportunities depending on the major that you choose, and you could work with a business or a community group. And then finally, for bachelor's degrees, we have the Bachelor of Science. So this again is a 3-year degree, a choice of 12 different majors that you can see here. Intakes in February and July. You can see the cost, 30 to 33,000 New Zealand dollars. And some of these majors will offer work experience in placement capacity. So that would be the Bachelor of Science in Technology. So you can get 10 weeks of work experience, which again would normally be paid. This is our most popular master's degree. So this is the Master of Business and Management. And it's popular for 3 reasons. Firstly, that it is a 12-month intensive master's program. So you can complete your Master of Business and Management in 12 months and then be eligible for a 3-year post-study work visa. So you can stay in New Zealand for 3 years after graduation. It's also popular because you don't need a business background to enter this master's degree. You can get direct entry with any bachelor's degree. So if you've studied sports, you've studied geography, you've studied biology, anything, then you can get direct entry into the Master of Business and Management. And the third reason it's popular is because it has a guaranteed 1-month internship. So this is towards the end of the program. We will find the internship for you. We will place you into the internship with the company, and you'll be able to get work experience, which will be important for your CV. So it has intakes in March, July, and November. The cost is around 46,000 New Zealand dollars, around 30,000 US dollars. And again, it's part of the Triple Crown Accredited Management School, which is the top 1% worldwide. And for this program, you'd need a bachelor's degree, as I say, in any discipline with a B- average in the final year. So the next program, this is more specialized. This is the Master of Management Studies. So this really is for students who do have a business background. You can see the specialisms in the table at the bottom. And if you are wanting to study this program, you need to have a bachelor's degree in the specialism that you're choosing. For example, if you want to do the Master of Management Studies in Marketing, you need to have a marketing bachelor's degree. So you'll be gaining specialized knowledge in a specific area of management, and you will be, there will be a research component to this program. So you will need to maybe spend a portion of the program on a research project. So the intakes are February and July, and the cost is just under 45,000 New Zealand dollars, 30,000 US dollars. The next program is a new program called the Master of Management, and this has its first intake in November. So this is a 12-month intensive program, quite similar to the Master of Business and Management, but in this program you will specialize in an area of business. So you can choose either supply chain management or marketing. And again, this program will be very popular because you don't need a business background to get direct entry into the program. The cost, 45,000 New Zealand dollars, 30,000 US dollars. And again, it has a guaranteed one month work placement for all students. So very similar to the Master of Business and Management, but you will specialize in either supply chain or marketing. The next program is the Master of Professional Accounting. So this one is a 14-month intensive master's program. It's for people who don't have a background in accounting. So any bachelor's degree, you would be accepted for entry into the Master of Professional Accounting. It has intakes in January and November, and the cost is just over 50,000 New Zealand dollars, or about 30,000 or so US dollars. The program will give you a provisional membership of ACCA, just like the Bachelor of Business, with the 9 ACCA exemptions. And again, there is a 1-month internship available, but this is dependent on availability and your achievement through the program. And then we have the Master of Applied Finance. So this program, again, is a 12-month intensive master's degree. If you are looking for a career in the finance industry, but you don't necessarily have a finance background, then this program may be suitable to you. So we will accept people from a bachelor's degree in any discipline, but you must have some quantitative analysis skills that you have completed as part of your bachelor's degree. So this one, this degree has a February intake. It has a 1-month internship, although that's not guaranteed. It depends on availability. And it can lead to the CFA, the Chartered Financial Analyst designation. So, as I say, into a career in finance if you don't have that finance background. And then moving away from business, just a few other programs that are popular with international students. The first one here is the Master of Information Technology. So this program is attractive for a couple of reasons. Firstly, and mainly I'd say, because of the 10-week compulsory paid internship. So students who study this program, as long as they achieve good grades, will be able to undertake an internship at the end of the program, and then you'd be paid 5,000 New Zealand dollars for that internship. And we would find the internship for you. So it's guaranteed as long as you achieve the grades. This has intakes in February and July, and you can actually enter the program even if you don't have a computing background, but you would need to take a postgraduate certificate and achieve the right grades in order then to enter the Master of Information Technology. The cost is just over 51,000 New Zealand dollars, so 30 to 35,000 US dollars. And as I say, 1 to 1.5 years if you do have a computing background, 1.5 to 2 years if you don't. And the qualification is actually awarded jointly with the University of Auckland. So when you get your degree certificate, then it will state that the Master of Information Technology is awarded jointly by the University of Waikato and the University of Auckland. So this program has a number of compulsory papers that you can see below, and a number of elective papers, so you can choose your area of study and specialisation. The next program is the Master of Engineering Practice. So this is a 1 to 1.5 year master's degree, and it has 3 specialisms, so electronics, materials and processing, and mechanical engineering. This is a taught master's degree, so there's no research, which is different to our normal Master of Engineering. The intake is February, and the cost is around 53,000 New Zealand dollars, about 35,000 US dollars. The program also includes a management component, so you would get some management experience, allowing you to maybe go into a career in engineering, but at the management level. So the final area of study that I'd like to talk about now is PhD study. Now, PhD study is very, very popular in New Zealand, and that's because international students pay domestic fees. So an annual PhD tuition fee is around 6,500 New Zealand dollars per year, or about 4,000 US dollars per year, which is a lot cheaper than other countries. But because of that, we have a huge number of applications every year, and competition is very fierce. So if you do want to apply for PhD, please do have a good look at our website. and make sure you send all of the documents required, and that you really spend a lot of time in your application and make it the best that it can be. We do have scholarships for this program, which will cover all tuition fees and living costs, but these would be for exceptional students and students whose research interests very closely match our interests and expertise. So for PhD, we have 3 assessment points per year, the end of January, end of May, and end of September. So if you apply now for PhD, then your application will be assessed after the 30th of September, and your result will come through about 2 months after that. For students who don't meet our entry requirements, then they may study at WAIKA or Pathways College. So the Pathways College offers English language programs and foundation programs. So students who don't meet our requirements to enter directly into a bachelor's degree may study a foundation, and students who don't meet our English language requirements may study English language. So the Pathways College is on campus with small class sizes, a very supportive environment, and a great place to study, maybe if you've never lived away from home before, and you know, students who are looking to go into that degree level study are able to live on campus and really have that tailored support that they need. So you can see these are the levels of academic English that you can study at the Pathways College. Each level is equivalent to a 0.5 increase in IELTS. So for example, if you have IELTS of 6, then you may study for 10 weeks to increase your IELTS to 6.5 and then enter a master's degree. We do have a number of scholarships as well. So you can see here the International Excellence Scholarship is the most important maybe for international students. This one gives you a 10,000 New Zealand dollar tuition fee reduction and is based on academic merit. So when you apply for your degree, then you can also apply for the International Excellence Scholarship. We will assess your application and your statement. And if you have strong academic grades and you meet the criteria, then you may be awarded an International Excellence Scholarship. For students who are looking to study in Tauranga, we actually have the Tauranga bursary, and that is applied to all students who are enrolling at our Tauranga campus for the first time, and is a 10,000 New Zealand dollar tuition fee reduction. For foundation studies, we actually have a foundation studies scholarship of 5,000 New Zealand dollars, and that's again related to academic merit, and you need to make an application. For students who complete the first year of their bachelor's degree and who achieve B+ average across their first year, those students will be eligible for a 5,000 New Zealand dollar tuition fee reduction for the second year, and that's the International High Achievement Scholarship. We have a special scholarship for Master of Engineering Practice, which is 10,000 New Zealand dollars. So that's automatically applied to students who enroll on the Master of Engineering Practice. And I've already mentioned PhD scholarships. And just a word on requirements and criteria. For a master's degree, we normally require a B grade average across your previous studies, and obviously higher grade for the scholarship. For bachelor's degree, it really depends on the country you've studied in, and you may need to undertake a foundation degree depending on your study background. So finally, you can see some information about our halls of residence. So we offer catered halls on campus, so that is all food provided, all bills paid for, private bedroom, a shared bathroom, and a shared living area. And this is good for students who don't want to cook food and maybe want a bit of an easy life, maybe who haven't lived away from home before. And this is on campus, so very close to lectures. Then we have self-catered halls. So these are maybe for more mature students. You would have a private bedroom, but you'd probably share a bathroom, and you'd also share a living area and kitchen. So you would cook your own food. You'd have to pay a bit extra towards the bills, but this is very popular with international students. And again, we have a lot of accommodation on campus. And you can see the costs here. For catered, accommodation, including all food, 322 to 370 New Zealand dollars, so about 200 to 250 US dollars per week, and then self-catered 180 to 255 New Zealand dollars, so probably 100 to 160 US dollars per week. And then finally, living off campus, we can arrange a homestay for you, so you can live with a host family in Hamilton or Tologa, and this would be close to the campus within 30 minutes. You would have a private bedroom, and you would need to stay for at least 4 weeks. And the cost is, you can see, 266 New Zealand dollars per week, all inclusive. And then, of course, you can share a house or a flat with friends just off campus, close to the campus, so you can walk in quite easily. So thank you very much for listening to me today. You can see our contact details here. Please do visit waikato.ac.nz for more information, and do have a look around our virtual open day, and you'll be able to see a lot more about the programs we offer and what it's like to live and study in New Zealand. If you have any questions, you can contact us using the emails international@waikato for general inquiries, and for pathways, that's foundation and English inquiries, you can contact the pathways email address. So thank you very much for listening, and as I say, I'm happy to take any questions